Welcome you all. I am Dr.M.Lena, Assistant Professor, Department of Zoology, Sri Sharda College for Women, Salem. I am going to discuss about sericulture. Sericulture or silk farming is the cultivation of silkworm to produce silk. Although there are several commercial species of silkworm, the caterpillar of the domestic silk moth is the most widely used and intensively used for the studies. Silk reference was found in Chronicles of China before 2200 BC. Silk was discovered when the king is reported to have pointed out the silkworms destroying the mulberry trees in the garden. When they are trying to gather the cocoons, they accidentally dropped one of them into a bowl of hot tea. While trying to recover the cocoon from hot liquid with a spoon, they discovered a very fine, lustrous thread unwound itself from the cocoon. They discovered the silk at this point. Silk industry came to begin here. In the beginning, silk was worn by only royal families of China. Chinese guarded the secret of silk making for more than 100 years in Changtu district. Silk was displayed to important foreign dignitaries and the world aware of textile fiber. Some of the oldest silk designs are still in display in Hangzhou Summer Palace. From China, the secret of silk making spread first to Korea through Chinese immigrants. From there, it is spread to Japan when Japan general conquered Korea and took slaves and prisoners of war farmers dealing with the sericulture activity like cultivation, rearing and weaving of mulberry silk. So the technicians, farmers were taken as prisoners in Japan and Japan acquired the knowledge of silk making. From China, the secret of sericulture spread to Tibet with Chinese princess who married king of cotton carried mulberry and silkworm seed in her head apparel. From the Tibet, it is reported to have spread to India. Agriculture to the European and other Western countries occurred through the famous Silk Road. The Silk Road was a prestigious network of trade routes linking the civilization of East represented by China with the civilization of West represented by Rome. It was the route used by Buddhist priests and also the traders who exchanged goods as well as ideas of two great civilizations at the time. Chinese silk was most precious and was exchanged with gold, wool, horses, glasses of the West, and ideas from Buddhism was exchanged for those from Nestorian Christianity. The Silk Road is of 6,400 km long, started from Xi'an, followed the Great Wall of China to the northwest across the desert of Afghanistan. It was the hazardous route. Few persons traveled the entire route. Goods were handled through the middlemen. The famous Marco Polo traveled by the Silk Road and brought silk from China. So this table shows the comparison between the different countries in the silk production. Initially, starting from 1983, Chinese were the top leading in production of silk and Japanese were the second topmost. But within few years, in 1987, India occupied the second position and still now we are having the second position in production. This study shows the recent data from 2015 to 2021. From here also we can see Chinese was the first and India was the next even in 2021 also. Owing to the peculiar nature, the Indian planners have identified sericulture as one of the best suited occupation for ideal growth and development of rural India. Since India is having a good climatic condition and all ecological parameters, best suited agriculture land, mulberry grown up very well. The northeastern part of India is the only region in the world where all the four varieties of silk are produced. Mulberry sericulture has been traditional occupation in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Kashmir. Tazar is found in Madhya Pradesh, Dattu, Chotnagpur division and Orissa. Muga is famous in Assam, Nagaland and Tripura, and Eri is the one present in Assam and West Bengal. Central and state government silk department are actively engaged in addressing the objective of promotion of sericulture in traditional as well as non-traditional regions. Even though India occupied a second position, some of the regions are not aware of the particular silk industry, and that is called as non-traditional region. But the government took initiative to develop the non-traditional region also with launching of massive development schemes. Central Silk Board is the one which is having the control of silk industry in India. They have many activities planning per year for the general development of sericulture, initiation of new projects, application of remote sensing and geographical information system in sericulture, collaboration with foreign countries, training on biovoltaic sericulture technology, cluster development program, establishment of automatic reeling units in Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, and development of Eri spun silk mills in Andhra Pradesh and Assam, and many policy initiatives. All the activities under sericulture are planned by Central Silk Board and they are developed. Coming to Tamil Nadu, it ranked 4th place among the silk producing state of the country. In 1956, sericulture was practiced in case of Coimbatore and Dharmaburi district in our state, accounted up to 500 hectares only. Then, with the implementation of new developmental schemes in sericulture, was introduced even in the plain regions of the state. From 1979, development of Department of Sericulture with the headquarters at Salem is functioning as a development wing under Department of Industry and Commerce. The latest cost-saving technologies like initiation of separate room for silkworm, use of mulberry branches as a feed to worm, and use of 100% disinfectant. So in sericulture cultivation, the challenging one is diseases. So diseases are controlled through using of disinfectant and the supply of chalky worms. Chalky worms means young worms. It is very challenging to culture the chalky worms because the young worms are highly prone to infections. And so we need to have special projects for the development and cultivation of chalky worms. It was introduced by research institution which is helping the farmers to increase the productivity and income level. Even though chalky worms are challenging, Tamil Nadu stands first in the production of chalky worms with 27% of layings are distributed as chalky worms. So even now we are having many schemes for the development of sericulture. In 2023 also integrated scheme for development of silk industry with the objective to boost brand promotion of Indian silk through quality certification by Silk Mark in domestic as well as export market. To promote high quality standards in silkworm seed, cocoon and raw silk through 21 cocoon testing centers and silk testing centers. To strengthen seed production units to bring in quality standards in production network. And we have collaboration with IIT, CSIR, International Institutes of Sericulture from Japan, China, Bulgaria to give thrust to the technological advancement with respect to post-cocoon sectors were developed for the initiation. From the government owned 100% cost will be borne by the Government of India. For the individual beneficiaries, SC/ST 65% of central government, 25% from state government, 10% by the beneficiary. The scheme was introduced to initiate the farmers and to promote the sericulture in all the regions. So likewise, government have given attractive schemes to attract the farmers from different region and to develop the sericulture in our country. So since from the beginning we are the second leading in the production of silk. So this is the overall history of sericulture, how it came to China, from China how it spread to India and how we are developing as of now. So this is the history of sericulture. Thank you for listening.